Welcome back, everybody. It's time for a new segment called Great Planet.
I love this.
Me
I love
too.
learning what we can do. And each month, we're going to highlight all the amazing conservation work that Beardsley Zoo is doing as Connecticut's only zoo for more than 100 years.
We are joined by Zoo Director Gregg Dancho. Greg, I hope I got your last name right.
That's fine, Scott. Yeah, you got Dancho. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's
Okay,
all.
perfect.
Okay, so we'll go for Dancho. Okay, I know that's not real behind you, but I'm so obsessed. It's so cute. And the Beardsley Zoo, I remember going there for the baby leopards and all of this. I mean, we love the animals, but really, the zoo is a place you're teaching us about saving the earth as well?
Yes, and that's the majority of what we do here at Connecticut Spiritual Zoo. Connecticut Spiritual Zoo is an accredited member of the American Zoo and Aquarium Association, and that accreditation means that we uphold conservation ethics, we uphold research ethics, we uphold education, and we do guest experience. So those are the most important things we do for Connecticut Spiritual Zoo as we help with the planet, not only with the animals that are the most endangered species of animals on the planet, like the one behind me, which is a golden lion tamarin. They come from Brazil. They were almost extinct in the wild. We actually in zoos had a release program where we put them back into the wild. We actually had some golden lion tamarins years ago born here at the zoo and released back into the jungles of Brazil to help with the population. It's been many years since we've had a baby golden lion tamarin, and we're really happy to announce that our program just put together this little guy behind me that was born 3 weeks ago and doing very, very well here at the zoo. Now, it's probably not going to be a release program, but again, that's kind of what the work we do here at the zoo is to keep animals on the planet, keep them mostly the most endangered species. We work with what's called the SSP program, Species Survival Plan. Species Survival Plan is taking these most endangered of animals and keep them under our care. And so we do have animals like the golden lion tamarin, and we have animals like the red wolf, which is the most endangered species of wolf on the planet. And we also have the emerald leopard, which is the most endangered species of cat on the planet here at Connecticut Spiritual Zoo. Not to mention our emerald tigers that we also have. So this program is just talking about the SSP. It's like a computer dating service for endangered species.
Yeah, that's
we
wonderful.
put together these animals, making sure that they're not closely related, make sure that because there's so few of them, they're not closely related, they're good within the age brackets, and then hopefully these animals can have offspring that can keep these animals on our planet. And so that's one of, I think, if you look at a lot of the most important things we do, that is one of the most important things we do.
Greg, is there a tracking mechanism that you can track these golden lion tamarins in the wild? Do you know how they're doing?
Well, actually, yeah, when they were put back into the wild, they did have collars on. They were put out with collars so they could track them. When the golden lion tamarins were put back into the wild years ago, they actually had to go through a training camp, a boot camp, because these animals were in our facilities. When they were put back into the wild, they had to learn not to go near a snake, not to sit out on top of a tree branch where a hawk could get them. So there was actually a training period that they had to go through before they were actually released back into the wild proper. Wow. And then they were monitored for a while. And now the population is relatively stable. But the thing here is, as we work with these golden lion tamarins, and let me just mention also, the golden lion tamarins we have here at the zoo, and also the maned wolf we have here at the zoo, don't belong to us. They belong to the government of Brazil. So this little baby golden lion tamarin behind me actually belongs to Brazil, and it's under our care for them. So again, this is a program that always has to be monitored as we go forward.
Greg, there's also, just want to make sure you have time to talk about this. We've been talking a lot about bears in Connecticut, but you have a new bear habitat that's kicking off. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, we brought back Andean bears. Andean bears are a South American bear that used to be called spectacle bears. Now they're called Andean bears. Actually, another little side event, they're also the bear that modeled Paddington bear. So Paddington bear actually is an Andean bear. We're going to be opening up that brand new habitat for Andean bears on May 20th. We're going to have a ribbon cutting here at the zoo, 11 o'clock. We brought Andean bears back to the zoo again, an SSP species, an endangered species, something that we also want people to really enjoy looking at now. But on the other side of the coin, we're also doing this year. We're doing what we call Bear Aware for the entire summer. Bear awareness, as we know in the state of Connecticut, we need to be aware of the population of black bears we have in here. So my staff is going to be working all summer long doing programs on how we can live with bears in Connecticut.
Great.
Okay, we
Greg.
need to know that. Yes, thank you.
And the grand opening of the Andean bear habitat will kick off on May 20th at 11 a.m. To learn more, just visit beardsleyzoo.org. Greg, thank you so much for being with us.
Guys, thank you so much.
Beardsleyzoo.org. Definitely make it one of your family stops.